Okay, here we go again. Today we're going to be looking at the order of length. Which one is the shortest, which one is the longest, and which one is in between. We talked about length the last time. Now we're going to take that length and look at it a little bit closer. And we're going to compare 3 items instead of just 2. So up there by our young boy, he says, I can order by length. The red pepper is the shortest, the purple one is the longest, and this green one is somewhere between them. It's not the shortest, it's not the longest, it's in between. So if we go down to look at the yellow duck, we have ears of corn. Now one farmer grew really big ears of corn, they're very long. Another farmer, their corn only got little, it was short. And a third farmer grew corn that was somewhere in between. Now we want to find the corn that is the longest. Is it the top, the middle, or the bottom? Yep. We're going to put a circle around the ear of corn that is the longest. We're going to put an X on the corn that is the shortest, and we're going to put a check mark on the ear that is somewhere between the longest and shortest. We slide across to the red heart, we've got pea pods. Have you ever seen a pea pod with the peas still in it? You could even eat them like that. But here's our starting line. Now one of the pea pods is the longest, one is the shortest, and one is somewhere between. So let's take a look. Which one went out the longest? I think you're right. The top one is the longest. We'll circle that one. Which one is the shortest? Good. The middle one gets the X for the shortest, and then the one that would go in between sizes gets the check mark. I'll move mine up. And then we'll erase. Now we have celery in the green clover. Celery. Which one is the longest? Good, the one in the middle. Put a circle around that one. Which one is the shortest? The one at the bottom. X it off. That means this one gets a check mark because it's somewhere in between. It's not the longest, it's not the shortest. Are you already done with the blue butterfly? Yeah, Mrs. Schultz is talking too much, isn't she? Because this is easy peasy. Okay. Now we're going to need a blue crayon, a red crayon, and a yellow crayon. We flip it over to the back side. And see how it tells you there? Those are the crayons you need. Now we're going to look in each box. We're going to use blue, here it tells us, to color the longest item. We're going to use red to color the one that's somewhere in between. And we'll use yellow to color the shortest. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can do this side all by yourself. I'll give you a couple minutes, or you can pause it if I don't give you enough time, and then we'll go back and check it. Go ahead, do the yellow duck, the red heart, and the green clover. I'm going to start coloring mine while you are, so you don't get too far ahead of me. And I need yellow for the shortest. How are you doing? You finished yet? You take a look at the top, and they helped you with that first one in the yellow duck. The top one is blue, it's the longest. The middle one is red, it's in between. The bottom one is yellow, it is the shortest. Whoops, better not take that away yet, huh? Let's look at the red heart before I move on. The top one is yellow, the middle one is red, the bottom one is blue. Is that what you got? Super. I'm going to move it up. I have to erase it. The bottom bean should be blue. I think they should make blue beans. What do you think? Maybe I'll ask Mr. Schultz if he could grow some blue beans. Which one is in between would be red. It's this top one. And the shortest is yellow. That's what you had? Awesome job. All right, down in the blue butterfly, it says, do you remember? Look at those figures in the box. Do you remember what they're called? Cubes. Very good. Those are cubes. We're going to slide across and find the 3D shape that is like the ones in the box. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same, but it is like them. I know, this is way too easy. You're getting too smart. You got it. Good for you. Since that was so easy, let's do another one. Let's get page 371. Ready? Now for this one, you're going to need your pencil, but you're also going to need some of those little blocks that I sent you, okay? So make sure you have a couple of those with you. On this page, we're looking at the height, how tall something is. We're comparing them by the height. This ladder is shorter. This ladder is taller. Where is our starting line now? Yes, it's at the bottom. The bottom. And then we're going to look up and see there's a line beside that shows how tall something is. And then there's a line going across the top because that's our stopping line. So let's go ahead and move down. And I'll get my magic pen. And in the yellow duck, we want to find the object that is, oh, it didn't all erase. We want to find the object that is taller. Which can of paint is taller? The yellow or, yes, the yellow. Sliding across to the red heart, we're also looking for the shelf that is taller. And it would be the purple one. See, that's why we're doing two today, because you're so smart. Down in the green clover, we have trash cans. But now we're looking for the one that is shorter. Put an X on the one that is shorter. And that would be the white one. Sliding across, we have two stools. Which one is shorter? Yep, the red one. Let's flip that over to the last page. Make it a little bit bigger for you. And we'll get rid of all of that. In our yellow duck, we want to circle the one that is larger. Go ahead. In the red heart, we're going to put a circle around the one that is taller. I'm sorry, I said larger for the mirrors. Taller. The hat that is taller. When we go to the green clover, we're going to switch it back to shorter. Put an X on the dresser that is shorter. And the blue butterfly, we're going to X the one that is shorter. This is what it should look like. You got that? Way to go. Now, this is the challenge one. We have a stack of blocks. Okay, how many blocks do they have? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to take your blocks and make a stack with 4. Okay, just like the one in that little box. A stack with 4. Got that? Now, that's the tower that we're not going to change. We're not going to touch that one anymore. Have it standing up. And over here it wants you to make a tower that is shorter. This says shorter. How many blocks could you use and make a tower that is shorter? Go ahead and use your blocks. Keep the one with 4, but build another tower that is shorter. Now, it could look different ways. It could be 1 block. That would be shorter. You could make it with 2 blocks. That would be shorter. You could even make it with 3 blocks. And that would still be shorter, wouldn't it? Can we make it with 4 blocks? No, because that would be the same. That would be equal. How about 5 blocks? Nope, that would be taller. So if you did 1 block, you'll write a number 1 over here. If you did it with 2 blocks, write a number 2. If you used 3 to make it shorter, write a number 3. I'm going to pick 3. Okay, now down below it wants us to do a tower that is taller than the one that they have. So keep your tower with the 4. Remember, we're not going to touch that one. Use the rest of your blocks to make a tower that is taller than this tower with 4. You could do how many? Yes, here is 4 would be the same. If I add 1 more, it would be 5. That would be taller. So if I did 5 blocks, that would be taller. What if I did 6? That would also be taller, wouldn't it? Yes, so it could either be 5 or 6, or if you have more blocks, it could be even more than that. I'm going to pick 6. What did you pick? Good for you. Pretty easy peasy, isn't it? I don't think that was much of a challenge for you. All right, we'll be done for now. We'll see you the next math lesson. Take care. Bye.